Hi, tonight I'm going to read on Queen Noor of Jordan. She was married to him, I think, in 1978, I think it was, until his death in 1999. And I just want to read. I had a request to read on her. So I'm just going to ask Spirit what they want to reveal or share with regard to her. And I'm going to hope to heck I can make sense of it and use my intuition and see what we get. Queen Noor's birthday is August the 23rd. She's on the cusp. She's Leo Virgo. And Prince Hussein, I believe he was a Cancer in all likelihood. I think his birthday was June 28th. And he was several years older than her. But what do we need to know about Queen Noor? What do we need to know about Queen Noor of Jordan? I will be including a basic kind of a wiki link in the description box so that I've got a link that has more information about her, okay? And I'm using the Star Tarot deck. So this is what we get. Wow. Well, we get the Ten of Swords covering her right now. I'm just going to do a Celtic cross. And so what the energy that is covering her right now is pretty oppressive, actually. And it's being at the end of a cycle. That those tens are like on that scale from 1 to 10. Yes, that's the 10. And this is a painful, difficult cycle where there's a lot of mental anguish and thinking yourself in circles. There can also be a lot of loss associated with this card, physical loss of life. There's just bottom line, extremely painful, great loss. Based on the devil. So this is based on an oppressive energy of complete control, a type of authority or power that, again, calls all the shots. Nothing is done without very, very strict control. And it's corrupt. It's based out of fear. And fear is a corrupt part. So in this case, it's a fear that's out of hand that someone uses to oppress. Okay. Actually, that's what's crossing her. Yeah. Here's the basis card. Is the King of Cups. That's the person, I think, probably one of her sons. Isn't this? Oops. I'm feeling that's her son. And this is based on an adult male, water sign, quite possibly. Very needy to have their emotions met at all times in a more negative scope. And because we have the devil here, and it's connected as well as, in my opinion, as the Ten of Swords, it all seems to be connecting back to this King of Cups at the bottom. So it's saying all this negativity that she's feeling right now, which is she's feeling very oppressed, like she can't say what she wants to say or do what she wants to do. It's really oppressive to her. And it would be to anyone, according to this card crossing. I mean, you got the devil crossing you. That's a really heavy oppression. And then we have that Ten of Swords, that it's lying across. You know, if you imagine that Ten of Swords as a blanket, that's what it is. It's an energy that is blanketing her present existence. And this is kind of like another stripe, if you will, that is crossing her, and a challenge. And it does show a real challenge. Sometimes people aren't very challenged. It's, you know, it depends on the circumstance, but it's saying that her circumstances in her mind feel way heavy oppressive based upon a adult male King of Cups. Crowning is the bully card. Somebody that also is not only a bully, but this is the card of over the top. They go way above and beyond to be cruel. Very, very cruel. And make examples. They like to use fear. Sorry. Yeah, I feel, she's like a prisoner too. The two figures that you'll see represented in the Devil card indicate that that person could do certain things to get away, but for whatever reason, they're kind of stuck in a really toxic situation. And she looks very stuck in a toxic situation. I think it goes back to her son. The Star in the past. I think that this was a past where she had hope. What's concerning is she doesn't feel that hope, I don't think, yet. It looks like that's pretty well gone. There's just nothing but an oppressive bully that's out of control, that's cruel, and seems to thrive off of being cruel. And I just feel that she just feels so oppressed by that. She wants to get away. Would like very much also for things to change and go in a better direction. She is not happy with the state of things as they are. And she feels that it's not real freedom. Not at all. It's very, very much dictatorship. And in the most authoritative aspect. And yes, I definitely feel that she could end up getting going away, getting away from that environment. Or things could start to change. But I would bet before things change there that it would be far more likely for her to find some sort of safe passage out of there. I think that's really possible. It could also be that she's going to try to do what she can do to bring back better times for her, for Jordan. But she's dealing with this dude right here. Who could that be? Yeah, this is planning. I think she's wanting to get away from wherever she's at. She's gearing up to make changes in her life where the benefits will really come about later. You got to put the work in. In the environment is the Knight of Cups. This could be some sort of an offer that has been made to her that she's considering. Some kind of proposal. I think someone may have offered, definitely, or will be in future, some means of safe traveling away. In her hopes and fears, she would like to be a member of the public again. She would like to work with the public. She would like to help the public. She has a lot of personal aspiration to bring help, to bring healing to situations, but she's not, I don't think, been able to do that. This is a totalitarian type of energy that's prevented any more of this inspiration and more spiritual service. So I believe that she would also like to be in an area where she could be free, where out in public. I think she finds now life there just too confining, way too confining. This is more than confining, folks. Oh yeah, I think she might bounce. I do. I think when I say bounce, leave. Okay. I think she may seek to, get out of Dodge. And she would have to handle that very carefully. Let me see what we also get with that Knight of Swords, because that is a very fast-moving card. It is usually very aggressive. It could also indicate swift messages and, action, messages. And this card is Deceit with the Seven of Swords and the Ace of Wands. The Hierophant, tradition, laws and rules, be quiet, no talking. I think this is about the oppressiveness of its current state, that, as with most totalitarian types of regimes, I'm thinking of like North Korea, you've got this, on the surface, this very strange, oddly, perhaps perfect picture that almost just looks too good to be true, or something's off about it, and it's true, because underneath that surface is something extremely different. We've gotten this card a lot this week, so I think that we are all learning what the Seven of Swords, really, that kind of deceit can be, that energy can be about. And we've got it with the Ace of Wands, so this can be violent and aggression, and it feels also like having to perhaps hide activities too, like a start of an activity. Let's say if she wanted to leave or something. I think she wants to leave, but she definitely, at the very least, for sure, wants things to be changed in Jordan, and she does not approve of how things are going now. It really hurts her on a deep level, but there's not much she can do about it. It's really true. There's a stranglehold with the traditional way. which is an illusion or a delusion. Puts it, it's gaslighting. It's totalitarian. She's concerned about education for youth, for kids. That she endures a great deal. I think she's probably pretty misunderstood. I don't myself know why she would marry into that, Oh, bless Kitty. But it shows that she's endured and had to be very careful, just like you would expect. Tiptoe around big egos that, strike first and ask questions later. There's a lot that I feel like she wants to do for the women, also, of Jordan, that she doesn't feel like she can do. Because this thing with motherhood, mothers, women, food, children, the land, things being, and in a healthy way, that's where her heart and her passion are. And she's like enduring, because I think she's hoping that she can still yet somehow hang in there to make a change, or to be part of something like that, to encourage that, or at the very least she would like to see that happen. I do see that. So she is not okay with the bullying stuff. It's just she's not in a position at all to dissent, and it makes her pretty miserable. This is a great sense of loss to her, this personal freedom. And I think that it has also affected her once more kind of carefree way. I think it's caused her to become far more conscious, and not as willing. It's like when you implement unnecessary limitations also on yourself sometimes. And I think she's realizing, as one does when you get older, you can waste a hell of a lot of time in your life pursuing or not having done things because you didn't believe enough in yourself. There's a bit of that. I think she feels like she's lost a bit of her, the freedom. There's a real grief with that. There's a real grief with the loss of the freedom to do what what the average person can do, because her life is has very strict, it looks like, rules that she has to adhere to, and it doesn't look like she enjoys those. She fantasizes a lot about a new start, a new day, a new beginning for, I think, not only herself, but I think always going to be also Jordan. I think she has a real connection to the women there in the land. There's, definitely, I can feel that tangible, earthy mother aspect. I think that she could live to be a fairly older woman This is also to me of somebody seeking spiritual wisdom and shining their light, shining and sharing that. She may write more books later. I don't believe that she can really write a fully freely expressive book that like she would like to. And I get the feeling there's a lot of emotional experiences she would like to infuse and share and open up about. I think that will come later. And I do think she will live to be an older, I just get the sense of an older, I mean, she's not young or really old, in my opinion, right now, but I think that she'll live to be quite old. We get the Eight of Wands and the Princess of Pentacles. I feel like it's more books. I do. I feel like she's going to create more books, write more things. I think maybe if she's feeling a pinch also on her creativity, I think she's somebody who really seems to like to write, is my feeling. It's cathartic for her, and I feel like she doesn't feel like she can do that so much right now. There's all that oppression, if you guys saw that. This is the ability to stand strong here, maybe finally once she's a lot older, even yet, and out of the circumstance that she's presently in, because I do see her getting out of that. I'm going to say I think that she's going to have a shift in circumstances. So, yes, she's been through a lot. There's abuse, too. This is a woman that has dealt with abuse and will have come through on the other side of it. We have yet to hear more about that from her. Her story, I think, will be very interesting. Two of Wands. There will be choices that she'll have to make, I think, about her security. Her personal bodily security and abode security, financial security. But you know what? I feel like I get a sense that people will be falling over themselves to offer her. I think she's going to have a great deal of opportunity. Should she want to leave that area or somehow, some way, manage to reach out and try to, maybe, I don't even know, get change going there. I think she's going to end up having to probably physically leave. So, yeah. King of Pentacles. I wonder if this is a brother. We get the Six of Pentacles. That's usually a sibling and the past, and there's nostalgia. And we have someone that I feel like could be a brother. I honestly don't know enough about her family, but I will be looking it up like I usually do after I do a reading. Now there's been some kind of disconnect here. Maybe, and maybe there's a bit of an estrangement. Somebody with whom there was an estrangement, arguing going on, or even kind of jealousy, competition, quite possibly, but definitely estranged, definitely like not in contact. Interesting. There's been, this shows a delay, and it shows that there's a need of a different point of view. And there will be clarity. Then when you look at it from another perspective. I think for her, this is something to do with a relationship with a sibling. And some disagreements. Maybe she thought he didn't care or vice versa, and I think squaring that away, clearing something up, and opening up, oh, that's really nice, of that relationship again is open and thriving again. Super interesting. I will be so interested to hear what you guys that know more about Queen Noor and her family will have to say. This is really good. And this is the healing of some sort of a broken heart, where there had been, oh my gosh, really, really hurt feelings. Working, and then I see her working with a King of Swords. I think she's going to have all kinds of projects, because I think she's deep down in heart, I think she wants to be a humanitarian. There's certain areas of interest about women, and children, and the land, and clean resources. I think that interests her very much. She's an interesting woman. And I hope that she is able to get free of this oppressive situation that she's currently in. I see her doing it. I see her leaving. And I think she's going to have some way or means in the future of getting out somehow, some way of this dynamic that she's not enjoying living under. Okay, so if you enjoyed this content, please make sure that you hit the thumbs up, share, and make sure you're subscribed. And thank you so much. I'll see you in the next live or video.